Hi everybody, I hope you are keeping well. You've been safe. Welcome to Misunderstood. This is the 4th episode. I hope my last 3 videos have been encouraging you. I know for sure I got a lot of love concerning anxiety, and just special thanks to Ivy and Wanjiru for joining me in that discussion. Over and over again, I say this when I start this video, is that when I began this platform, one of my biggest interests was to just encourage people and just to help people have a sense of community, that in this life you can't do anything alone. And so we discuss things that people are going through, challenges that life throws at you, and at a personal level try and find a solution. And when we don't get a solution, we come out together and we find people who can help us to think through it. So welcome to Misunderstood. This episode is quite exciting because it's so personal for me, and I hope it encourages you. And please don't forget to share your general feedback, share your comments, tell me where you are in life, tell me whether this conversation is good for you. And also just share with me your experience, because that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in telling you everything, but also just hearing back from you. So karibuni sana to Misunderstood episode 4. And the question that we are asking ourselves is, what am I on earth for? Now, many guys have had this conversation in different spaces. It's been coined and put out, packaged differently by different people. But one of the most common things that people struggle with, particularly people my age and even older, because I've seen it with people who are, my friends who are older than me, significantly older than me, my friends who are significantly younger than me, is that our biggest challenge in life is figuring out our purpose and what exactly we are doing on earth. It's a difficult question, because I don't think I have reached the place, or I don't think that I am very far into my journey on purpose, but I do know that I'm taking steps in that direction. Many people define purpose as different things. Some people call it the reason they're on earth. Some people think this is their contribution to society. I think purpose is like a flow. It's like the ocean. Sounds like a very weird analogy, but stick with me, I'm going somewhere. I think, see the way everybody now is at the coast beside us? Don't worry, hang in there, we shall go also. I've been observing how guys have been posting pictures of the ocean and making us feel kewaru properly, but it's okay. When I look at that picture for the ocean and I imagine how the ocean looks like, I picture the way the water just goes in a certain direction, and the trend is that it's moving pamoja, yeah? I feel like for me, purpose it's like if life was the ocean, we are the water, and our motion is the purpose. And for me, I know many guys struggle with purpose, and this video by this is not to tell you how to find your purpose. No, it's just to guide you so that you don't feel so stuck. I've been hanging out with some friends of mine, both older and younger, and one of the things that has been standing out when I have this conversation about purpose particularly is that many guys are tired. There's a tiredness amongst us. We feel like we are always tired, we are worn out, we are beat. We just feel so drained all the time. But I've also come to learn something. When you're living and working in your purpose, you don't wrestle, you don't get so tired, because there's a sense of comfort that comes your way. Picture the water again. If purpose is like a flow, yeah? When you go against the tide, you have to fight so many things. You're always, it's like you're pushing your way to make your own path for yourself. And that's how I have felt severally when I felt like I'm out of my purpose, or I'm doing something that is just out of my way completely. And that sense, when we don't discover our purpose, we tend to become bitter with people who don't. A while ago, I think I've shared this on Ben Psycho's podcast severally, that there was a time I believed strongly that I was going to be the biggest MC in this country. I was a young lady, I was passionate, I was articulate. This is the package that everybody wants. Jokes on me, because everybody got the gig beside me, and they got platforms that I really wanted, places that I coveted, they had already occupied. And every time I felt like, what's up? And when I realized that this was not actually my purpose, was when I realized I became so bitter, even when people were succeeding. I feel that if you're finding a sense of bitterness in your life towards other people's success because it doesn't look like the way yours is, I feel like you're fighting with their purpose and not yours. You know, some people will find their place on earth and they will thrive. There are guys who it's like they just got onto this earth and they just began succeeding. Truth is, that's not the story for everybody. And I could say this as true as day, that I am older now, and even where I am in life, I don't think I have really maximized on what I'm called to do on earth. And that sounds like such a heavy thing, because some guys will struggle and say, so who gives you this calling? Who tells you what to do on earth? And it's a difficult thing to help you understand, but the truth of the matter is everybody comes to this planet with a reason, for a reason. And sometimes we have identified purpose in our career. And this is the gospel according to Nyawira. I could be wrong. By the way, I could be very wrong, and I would like to know what you guys think. But I don't think your career is your purpose. I think you can align your purpose to your profession, but I don't think it's the same thing, because many guys will quantify your salary as the success of your purpose. And I feel like that can't be it. When you figure out what you're on earth to do, you realize that it goes beyond the money. It goes beyond there's a satisfaction you get when you know that, by the way, this is who I am. This is what I'm meant to do. And many guys will ask the question, so I'm gifted, I'm talented. Is that my purpose? I think it contributes to part of it. I think it gives you direction. If purpose was a road, right? I feel like your gifting and your talent are really they're like your signboards that you're in the right direction. If you find that you're so easy helping people write, helping people sing, helping people identify, just being there and being good with numbers, being good with all those things, they're great. But those things just give your purpose more value, you know? What you're here on earth to do, and this is my conviction, is that we are here on earth to do more than just satisfy our personal needs. I feel like purpose has nothing to do with yourself. If it's about you, I struggle with it. I struggle with it fully. I feel like our purpose is to better the society, better the world. You know, there are many people I look up to in society. Here in Kenya, there's a lady called Wawira Njiro, and I'm sure many of you guys know Wawira. She runs a non-profit organization called Food for Education. And what she basically does, in a nutshell, and I'm not trying to make what her work is less, is that she makes sure children are fed, you know? And that is purpose, because she has profited from it. Well done, Wawira, but that was not the reason she started. If you're forcing your purpose to make money, I think you're struggling. You're struggling. Your purpose will give you what you deserve, but don't force it. Hey, milk this cow. No. I know some people, because I had this discussion with my pastor, I think a while ago. And I was asking him, hey, but where is the conversion to money when I crack what I'm here on earth for? And he told me, Nyawira, if you think about it that way, then Mother Teresa was the most broke person because she found her purpose. But it never converted to money. It never gave her financial gain. Purpose has so much more to do with what you can give others than what you can give yourself. And if you think about it, there are places that you are in sometimes in life and you feel like, this is really, this is great. Yani, I'm getting nothing, but when I go home, I lay on my bed and I feel like, wow, I'm at peace. For me, I feel like I come alive when I help people. I come alive when I do things like this and discuss issues with you. And when people reach back to me and tell me, oh my God, thank you so much for that video. I needed to be encouraged. For me, I feel like, I'm really talking badly. I then feel like I've helped somebody. And I don't know if that's your path, but if it is, get into it fully. In the same way that we discuss purpose, I feel like there's some things that come our way that distract us and obstruct us from seeing and coming into our purpose fully. And some of these things, we talk about them in passing, but they really are dangerous. It is, number one is comparison. You know, I keep on thinking about the ocean because I really want to go there. Soon, I really want to go to the coast and see the sunset at early morning and run across the beach and, you know, enjoy the water. I want it. I really do. I'm throwing major hints. A holiday would be great. But when I think about the ocean, the Indian Ocean doesn't meet with the Atlantic Ocean and compare, hey, me, I cover this many nations. You cover? It doesn't. When you're in your purpose, you satisfy those that you're meant to. And sometimes the reason we struggle with that is because we want our purpose to satisfy the world. And it sounds like such as a minute way of thinking, but sometimes your purpose is only meant to satisfy one person or a select few. And there are others who their purpose is meant to be for the nations. Don't ever get into a place where you think your purpose is insignificant because you're helping only a few. You are not bigger or better because you help more or less. If you're helping, then you're contributing. Stick to your lane. Stick to your lane. Stick to your lane. And I feel like I'm preaching to myself because I struggle with this completely. I love to be in places where there are many people. I want to talk to many people. But look at God laughing at me and telling me talk to a camera. And then from there, we'll decide how many people will talk about it. It's ridiculous. If you compare yourself to other people, you get into a place where you start to struggle with who you are because you start to think, am I doing enough? And then by doing that, you now start to manipulate your purpose because you want it to be in certain places, you want to be in certain areas. It's crazy. When I listen to many motivational speakers, because I've had my time, I've had many guys say, you can't take a Samsung phone into an Apple store and expect it to be handled the same way, and one of the things I've always struggled with that conversation is that many of us don't even know what type of phone we are. We just know we're a phone. It didn't matter if we don't even know if we're an iPhone, a Techno, an Infinix. We don't even know all those things. Those things are great, but we don't know them. I feel like another reason why we struggle with purpose is because we are constantly in a place of pretense. And this is a very candid conversation because I feel like I've been caught in that race where I feel like I need to look a certain way. I need to speak a certain way. I need to be around a certain type of people. I need to be portrayed in a certain light. Always, wherever I am, I must be seen. My constant is like this. I have found that one of the most destabilizing things about purpose, that one of the most destabilizing things to purpose is when you pretend to be someone you're not. You cannot satisfy anything, including yourself, if you're not who you are. Purpose is a very selfless thing, and when we pretend, it becomes fully about us. And we've seen these facades on social media where people are totally different. Yani, you meet somebody online and you're like, wow, so aspirational, so inspirational, such a dream. And then you meet them in person and it's like puke is coming out up until here. You're dying. I just want to tell you something. One of the greatest rewards of purpose is that it stops being about you. And when it stops being about you, you stop trying to be somebody else. Because there's nothing rewarding in pretense. And it sounds like something that it's like an on and off button. But I know that some guys who they have pretended for so long, they have become this person. Purpose will not thrive in a place of dishonesty. And I feel like that's such a truth, because even for me, I've seen it. I've seen when I'm in certain places and I want to be seen a certain light. You don't even thrive. You don't thrive. You do not thrive. And it's a journey, and that's the truth, because if you're in the process of finding yourself, it means that in due time, once you figure out this is who I am, this is what I'm about, this is why I'm here, you stop being confined into certain spaces. There are guys who do jobs they do not like because they must satisfy a life that they enjoy. It's a sad one. It's a sad life, because we want to live a certain life and it's good. Me, I want the money, I want the good life. I do. But the truth is, in the same way I want that, I really want peace and joy. And that sounds like a difficult thing to say, because we don't pay our meals and we don't pay fuel with our meal, with our peace and joy. We don't pay for rent with peace and joy. It doesn't all the time. But the truth is that when you find out who you are and what you're meant to be on this earth and what you're here for, I'm telling you, it aligns so perfectly. It becomes a perfect stream. Yeah, and that's my hope for you, that if you're in that place where you're figuring out like, oh man, what am I doing? That you can just stop for a minute. And sometimes it's like God gives us such a powerful option where he tells you can press pause for just a second, declutter from your life completely, and then when you come back and now ask yourself the questions for, when you're away, ask yourself those questions for, what am I good at? What am I here for? What do I do? And when I do, I feel like I feel so rewarded for. When you find out what that is, I tell you, you'll find such peace and belonging. Because I tell you for sure, we don't want you to be the person who struggles with your purpose. Have I gone to a bank and you've gone to see the teller, and the teller is just singing the whole time, and he's singing so well, but he's singing and singing and singing, and in your head you're thinking, hey, my guy, I really wish you had the same commitment to handling my money. I'd be so happy. The truth is that if that teller was honest with himself, maybe his purpose is around music. Maybe his joy is finding out what maybe he's finding satisfaction from singing, but he was told not to do it because that doesn't put bread and butter on your table. It is true. It doesn't sometimes, but with time it does. So don't be afraid to step out into the area that you feel you've been called to. And let me tell you the honest truth. When you find that thing, I tell you, your strive for life becomes very different because you don't go after what everybody is after. You go after what is meant for you, and it will reward you. As you figure out your purpose, please don't be afraid to prepare for it, for the doors that will open, because I feel like purpose is like a good key. The right key in the right hole. You know what I mean? It just opens up everything for you. When you figure out what you're here for and you understand that your purpose will do those things for you, don't sit down prime and comfortable and say, hey, that door will open. Me, I found my purpose. No, prepare, work on it. Keep working harder, keep pushing yourself, keep pushing yourself, keep pushing yourself. And the moment you feel like you need to, remember why you wanted to do it from the beginning. Your purpose is not a feeling. And that's something we must get out of. It's not a feeling of satisfaction. No, your purpose is I don't know if you guys like jigsaw puzzles. When you get the right piece and they lock, that's how I feel purpose is. It fits right in. You fit right in. And you'll find yourself in those places where you just fit in, where it doesn't feel awkward for you to be there, where when you speak about certain things, you feel like, hey, guys here, get me. You find those things, they just come around you eventually. So I don't know if you're struggling with purpose. I don't know if you are afraid. I don't know if you are thinking, oh man, but how will I make it? Stop thinking about all those things. Just step out. And sometimes that thing is scary because you could be 40 and you're watching this video and you haven't found your purpose. You could be 16 and you're watching this video and you haven't found your purpose. I feel like the longer you take to have this uncomfortable conversation with yourself, the harder it will be later. So don't get caught up in the rat race. Just do it. Find some time and just purposely just sit down, take yourself on a retreat. Sit down with a nice mat, even if it means in your backyard, in your balcony, in your living room, even in your bedroom. Put a nice mat, make a nice ambience, and just ask yourself the hard questions. What am I here on earth for? What do I do? And what would I do if I had all the money in the world? What would I do if I had no money in the world? Because that's also a good question to ask yourself, yeah? But above all else, ask yourself, what is going to be my contribution when I leave this earth? Because we won't, and I've gone for many funerals, and one of the things that we realize that we don't celebrate your financial gain at a funeral. We don't celebrate your contribution in that you've built a grand home. Oh my goodness, to such a nice house. They had nice couches. That's so irrelevant to celebrate. But when we find out your purpose, we celebrate your legacy because your purpose was defined. We celebrate the fact that you went to talk to girls in Samburu, for example, and told them that you can be empowered. You gave children a meal every day and they felt fed and they took care and they felt like somebody cared for them, and so they believed in themselves more. You made sure that everybody felt good about their fashion sense. Everybody felt encouraged about their body shape. Everybody felt like they could do everything. Yani, your contribution on this earth is what we will celebrate, but you will never know what that will be until you identify what you're here for. And the truth is, I keep on saying, if the illustration was that God threw us on this earth and everybody with a blueprint of your purpose, I could say genuinely, I'm not even near coming up from the floor, because it's not a once like I got it, it's working. It could happen for you, but for me, it hasn't been that way. I feel like I'm still standing, finding my footing, putting my feet on the ground and standing. Don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. It will not come the way you want sometimes, but it will surely come. So just hang in there, be encouraged, find out what you're here on earth for, and when you do, have maximum conviction that this is exactly what you're meant to do. And even because one of the things I'm very passionate about is our next generation, is that if you're a parent watching this video, or if you have access to, if you have younger siblings, or if you work with children and everything, and younger people, try and teach children from a very young age, because that's something I'm trying to do also, is don't force children, let's stop teaching children to become things. Let's teach children to do things. Let's teach children not to become doctors, but let's teach children to do great exploits in the medical profession, where it will not just be about a profession. There's more to life than just a profession. So let's speak into passion. Let's speak into purpose. Let's pursue that purpose. And whatever you're passionate about, I can tell you, you're right around the corner if you're around it. You'll find out that you enjoy it. And it could be as simple as me, by the way, my purpose on this earth is to bake good cake. That's not a problem. Don't be fooled. It's a great thing. We need cake. Come on, I've ever gone for birthdays and you eat the cake and you feel like, now why did this one bake cake? Surely. And at times you eat the cake and you feel like this is it. This is correct cake. It's as simple as that. You may not be called for many. You may be called for a few. You may be called for even one person. If you do it right, you will have achieved so much in the life of just one person. Don't get into the rat race of comparison. It will wear you out. Kill the pretense in your life. And if the moment you feel like bitterness is knocking at your door, when you think about your purpose, and when you start thinking about other people who are living in their purpose, don't be bitter. Just get back into your flow. Get back into your flow and realize everybody is in their own trajectory. It doesn't have to be the same as yours. You'll find peace when you find your purpose. And I hope that will become your story. And maybe that's you out there and you just want to share with me what your purpose, whether you found your purpose, your journey, because I really would like to know what your journey has been in finding your purpose, or even identifying it or coming close to it. Yani unainusia tu kidogo tu. Maybe that's you. Share with me your story. Let's encourage each other, because even in the way I would like you to find yours, I would also like mine to manifest fully. And so let's tusaidiane, because life is better that way. Just as a reminder, please subscribe to Misunderstood. Share my videos, encourage each other, subscribe. I promise great things are coming, and by the look of things, we could be having 2 videos a week. This is just me being hopeful. So just have a great week. Be encouraged. Don't give up. Don't give in. But take some time and figure out, why am I here on earth? And when you figure that out, you will have helped the world at large. So I love you all. I love you dearly. And I hope that you have a great week, and that you enjoy finding out who you are, because we need you. We need the real you, right? So bye guys. Love you.